All right, so this is a very short tutorial on how to work with table data and LLMs very efficiently. So usually you probably have some kind of Excel table at hand and you would like to hand over this Excel table to an LLM and get the results for, let's say, a couple of new columns back. In this concrete example, we have the SDGs, their targets, and also their indicators here at hand. And we might want to investigate where Earth observation could help the SDGs, for example. So what we want is two things. We want two new columns, one column with the indicated level, how well Earth observation could benefit these SDGs, and the second column, some explanation about it. So what we can do now is we simply go to the table, mark everything with Command A, Command C, so to copy everything in our clipboard. Then we switch to multi-table converter. We simply paste everything in here, Command V. Everything is pasted in here as is, no editing needed. Just click on copy down once and you see that everything is copied to your clipboard and a small preview is generated down here. With this markdown copied to our clipboard, we can now switch to an LLM, for example, to AI Studio, where we can open a new chat and simply copy this table. Of course, then the only thing that is missing is a nice prompt where you exactly define what you need. And here comes a little trick. In this case, we want to ask the two columns that I mentioned earlier, one about the EO evaluation and one about the EO potential. But sometimes you might have tables that are very large. And in that case, you do not want that the AI generates the whole table again, because that would be a waste of output tokens. Instead, you just want the newly generated two columns. You can simply account for that by defining this explicitly. Then you can run the prompt. It will take a while in Gemini 2.5 Pro as it's a thinking model. And the output then looks something like this. We have the EO potential and some kind of explanation on why EO could be relevant for this concrete indicator. What we can do now is very simple. We simply copy the output as markdown, go back to multi-table converter, mark everything with Control A, paste everything with Control V, and then simply click on Copy Excel. Then we go back to our Excel table, scroll to the right, and can just click on the first empty header cell here and click again Control V, and voila, now we have everything here as we wanted. We have the EO potential as well as this short explanation here in the exact right order. You see that the number of rows is exactly the same because usually nowadays large models, they're really reliable when it comes to accounting for the correct number of rows as well as the correct results per row. Okay, that's it pretty much. With multi-table converter, you can also copy your output as HTML, as CSV, or as JSON, whatever you want, and also the way back, of course. So if you have some kind of HTML table or some JSON, you can simply paste it in here and then directly convert it to any of these mentioned formats.